Okay, here we are at the 2009 WEF show in Orlando, Florida. This is a demonstration unit we put together for this show. This is one of our new 3-inch pumps mounted on top of a platform which raises this pump approximately 13 feet in the air. What we're looking to show here is that our pump is not only able to produce a very good suction characteristics and run under good suction conditions, but it's also able to dry prime and run dry without damage and still be able to re-prime and work without any internal damage due to the running dry process. So the pump is sat here in the air. Here is the pump. At the moment it is running. You can the pump is able, as you can see, there is liquid passing through the pipes, and the pump at the moment is sucking out of the tank and pumping liquid around up through the pump and then returning back to the tank. What we have set on here is a little VFD controller which we can vary the speed of the unit, so we can increase the performance of the pump, which we're doing now, or we can decrease it. And also what we have on here is we have a solenoid valve which is mounted on the pump, and we can break suction. So what I'll do now is I'll push the solenoid valve and I will release the suction of the pump. When doing this, as you can see, the suction line is now empty, and you can hear the pump pumping, and you can see the pump is pumping on and actually pumping air through the system. So as this pump's pumping now, you can see that it's pumping down on the discharge side to the extent now where it's pumping air and running dry. So this pump now has no liquid in the suction line, the whole suction line's dry, the discharge line's dry, and when I let go of the solenoid and allow it to reassert, the pump will then start to reprime. So here we have the suction coming back up, and here is the pump repriming. So there is probably not more than a pint or so of liquid in this pump, and this pump is now able to reprime. If I stop the pump is also able to hold this suction, which again shows that the pump has got very, very good suction characteristics and reprime characteristics. And as we have here, this pump is now holding up a pneumatic column up to the pump of about 13 feet. If I restart the pump, when the pump restarts, it immediately starts to prime, and it will reprime and assert itself again. Now while it is repriming, it's not only obviously putting liquid at the suction line, but it's also pumping air out of the discharge line. So as this pump is running, we are displacing air, so this pump is not only dry priming, it's working very well to disperse the air at the discharge side of the pump. So as we're doing this, the pump is now reasserting, it's making its way back up to the top of the pipe, and it's just now to a stage where it's reprimed, and now flow will be asserted again. So as it's going up, the pump restarts and reprimes again. So now the pump is repriming, it's pumped all the air out of the system, and at any time during the show we have been showing people you can do this. I can push the button here, I can drop the liquid back out the suction line, allow it to run, close the solenoid valve, and the pump will immediately start to reprime itself and reassert its flow rate. This is something which is extremely difficult to do with a lot of close tolerance PD pumps, which are unable to run dry and will obviously have damage, and damage will occur if they're running in a dry situation. So you can see this pump quite quickly reasserts itself. At the moment it's now pumping air on the discharge side. As we pump around, you can see it goes back up into the pump, reprimes itself, and then you can see from the discharge starts to repump liquid and reasserts liquid on the discharge side. So that is what we're doing, and this again is just showing some of the advantages and features of the double disc style pump.